Hey, what's up everybody? It is Uncle Mad. It is Saturday, March the 4th. Big day today. We've got a lot going on today. I am on my way downtown to go to Tailgate Brewery, which is the home bar for watch parties for the local Nashville area Chelsea supporters. Rare occasion to get to go to this because the Tailgate doesn't open often for the early games the way some of the other supporters bars do, like Lost Paddy for the United games or other teams' games that go there will open, even if it's like the 6:30 games or the 8 o'clock games or the 7:30 games. Tailgate Brewery typically doesn't do that. They usually only open for sometimes 9 o'clock games, but usually, like, obviously if they're already open for like the later games, like 11:30, 1:30, they'll be open. But I got a buddy who's a Chelsea fan, so he usually goes with me over to the United bar to watch those matches. So doing a little bit of a home and away deal today. I'm going to his since he usually comes to mine, especially because, like I said, his usually doesn't get to have there. So give me a chance to showcase one of the other supporters groups, one of the other locations you can find to watch Premier League soccer in the Nashville area. So that'll be pretty cool. But packed day today. We've got Nashville SC at Red Bull, New York. That's coming up later tonight. So we're going to find a cool watch party to go watch that at. Then right after that, we've got UFC, the return of John Jones. Man, a lot going on today. Should be a fun day. You get to stick around with me for the whole thing unless I just stop recording or forget to document any of it. But that's not very likely to happen because I'm pretty good at this YouTube thing. Not really. Let's get into it. You gotta make your own kind of music. Sing your own special song, even if no one sings along. One thing to make note of, yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of the devastating tornadoes that swept through Nashville and Mount Juliet in Lebanon. And on cue, we had like crazy wind all day yesterday, like 60-mile-per-hour wind. There was a little bit of thunderstorms earlier in the day, but it was mostly just like heavy wind. And it's knocked out power to like a lot of the city. Like my parents, a bunch of my friends' parents, my aunt, my uncle, like so many people, even today, a day later, are still without power. Like while I'm out today, I'm bringing a bunch of little, these came in handy for like the first time ever, not at Disney World, bringing a bunch of fuel rods on delivery to like everybody I know that has power out today, so that they can at least have their phones charged and stay in the loop and get updates and stuff like that. So March 3rd, just not a fun day for Nashville. All right, so when you arrive at Tailgate Brewery, you will find the doors will be shut and locked if it's an early morning game before technical operating hours. This is cool though, they've got an outside TV that shows stuff. They're watching on the outdoor heated patio right now, so you kind of go around this corner here and there's a door back there that you can get into the patio from. So that's how you get in to watch your wonderful Chelsea matches here at Tailgate Brewery. I am so excited to be here and to watch this match. The art we have here in Nashville is just awe-inspiring. This and the weird stick thing over at the other roundabout are my two favorite art pieces in the world. This is how you can follow the local Chelsea supporters group should you choose to do something like that. 0-0 at halftime. Picture time for the group outside. All right, so Chelsea won their game 1-0. It was incredibly boring and hard to watch, but that's what you get with Chelsea right now. I like Tailgate Music Row, but it always disappoints me when I go there because I'm reminded of how much better it was when it was Dan McGinnis. It had another name for a little while after that, like Harp and Arrow or something like that. When it was like more like a pub theme with like really nice decorations and stuff like that. And it's kind of stripped down, generic. They got some art and stuff up there now. I feel like they took out like half the bar area when they redid it. I don't know what happened. Maybe my perception's off, but that used to be like the main place to go for soccer, and it still kind of is. I think it's like the main spot that people get together for US games, but like Lost Paddy's definitely creeping in there and taking a lot of their steam away, so I miss it. It's not as bad as what they did to Franklin Abbey out in Franklin, destroying it and turning it into the disgusting corner pub that it is now that looks like a hospital room, which that's where the main team-sponsored watch party for the Nashville SC game is tonight, but we're definitely not going there. Not at all. All right, so before we go to watch the game, Jesta actually got recognized from the vlogs at the hospital of all places the other day.
Not the best place to be
recognized. The guy was like, hey, love the channel. And he told us he's actually DJing at a little event going on at the Jackalope Brewery. So we figured before the game we'd come over here, check it out, see the spins on the ones and twos. And, you know, I'm not drinking, obviously. I'm not a drinker. Jess will probably have like 50 lovebirds, though, because she loves some Jackalope Lovebird.
I really do. Eat mac and cheese.
Love Fest. Here's what we have going on. Come feel the love. Seems fun. Here's a look down into the actual brewery. May have to come here and do a tour sometime. Or do tours of all the breweries in Nashville. There's a ton now. Good turnout here. Nice weather as well. Good day for an event like this. All right, so Jesta, I think, has what's called a beer flight here. These are all her beers that she's sampling. And then she also got a charcuterie board here at Jackalope Brewing Company. How's the charcuterie?
It's good. Those are your beers.
No, this is, you got a flight of beers, and these are for you. Earlier, we had Hattie B's here. Now we got the Mac Shack. Oh my God. Feels like a more recent thing where somebody decided, hey, let's take mac and cheese and just put stuff in it. And they're geniuses, whoever the first person that came up with that was.
Truffle Brussels, that looks good. Deep fried Brussels sprouts tossed in truffle oil and Parmesan.
This delicious mac and cheese truck is here, and the first thing you're like, let's get the Brussels sprouts. Nerd. Okay, well, that was a fun little event. Wasn't a whole lot, like, there was like some art tables and like face painting. What is as much like going on as I thought we would. We did get to meet Jesta's DJ friend that she met at the hospital the other day, El Nashville. I'll put his information in the description down below, so if you're looking for a DJ in the area, I don't know exactly if he takes bookings or if he like just works exclusively with like Jackalope or not, but nice guy, super awesome guy, really great to meet him in person and connect with him. So, you know, get your DJ on with El Nashville. Jessica drank a bunch of beer. Way too much. Take a nap.
I drank the same amount, if not.
I didn't drink any. Lost Paddy for the Nashville SC game. This is the place. After I went to that disgusting Chelsea bar earlier today, I had to come to the good bar. Even though I'm not a drinker, I just like to come to these places for the atmosphere. I don't know. The wind seems to have gotten a little bit of the United flags down here. I don't know if they only put the big ones up on game days or if it got blown away too, because there's usually a big one back here. That's what she said. Yeah, let's go inside. So we're getting our first look at the potential issues with this streaming deal. The TV's back here. The feed is an absolute mess. Discolored, jumpy. But for whatever reason, like on the main screen up front here, it's fine. So, yeah, not great. Now, I'm not one to be a conspiracy theorist, but the TVs back here are utilizing Fire Sticks. I don't know what they've got plugged into the front TV, but the TV back here is using a Fire Stick, which, look at this. The feed is perfect when it's a commercial. When it's a game, it goes bonkers. So do I want to say that Apple's sending bad signals to Amazon Fire Sticks to kind of make you want to go buy an Apple TV instead of an Amazon Fire Stick? I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but people are asking the questions. Beautiful. It's art.
It's like watching a Jackson Pollock style soccer game. Legit have no idea what's going on at any point in time in this match right now. Things I've never noticed at the Lost Paddy before. There's a full frickin' piano up here in the corner. I wish I knew how to play piano.
All right, so it's a 0-0 draw for Nashville SC against Red Bull New York. Decent performance, especially considering we had like 3, arguably maybe 4 key players out from the starting lineup. So, you know, go on the road against a tough team to play against like Red Bull New York and get a draw. That's nothing you're going to turn your nose up at. But more, I don't know, kind of disappointed in the experience at the watch party. Just, you know, only having one TV really properly working. And it seemed it was more an issue with the stream than anything that they were doing there. But, you know, maybe test that stuff out, get that stuff worked out before you host the watch party. Love Lost Paddy. We'll definitely be back there. You know, obviously we go there for United games, been there for multiple Nashville SC games, so we'll keep giving them a shot. It's not going to be a, you know, deal breaker for me with them, obviously. But we are now at JB's Poorhouse in the Hermitage, Donaldson, borderline Mount Juliet area to watch the UFC fight. We tried to go to this place called Bottle Cap that we usually go to, but it was packed. They said it was like going to be like a 2-hour wait, and that just shows you how much more interested people are interested in seeing this John Jones fight than a lot of recent UFC fights, because we haven't had it. You know, you got to get there early, but weren't expecting it to be as crazy it was over there. But Poorhouse had some spots, so we're going to watch the fights here. Back home after a busy day packed full of fun activities. UFC was incredible. What a way to cap off the night. I didn't record much at the at Poorhouse of the show, just because like I think UFC is a little bit more tighter about going after and issuing copyright strikes about their footage or sound bites or any kind of clips from UFC at all getting out there. So I didn't want to, you know, risk it. But it was a crazy show. Huge upset with Shevchenko getting beat by Alexa Graza. Hope I pronounced both those names right. Probably did not. That was crazy. Blew up several parlays I had because Shevchenko seemed like the safest bet of the night, so I tagged her onto the end of a few parlays. Dummy. And then Gagne losing the way he did in the main event to John Jones. Just, I'm still baffled what happened. Like, just out of nowhere, really. Like, the announcers weren't even, like, acting like he was in trouble, like it was a deep submission or a deep choke or anything like that. And he just tapped out of nowhere, and it was so weird. It was almost like, did he get injured on the slam that led up to the choke? Was he injured coming in and just knew he couldn't keep going? Because initially when John Jones came out and like he had the weird toe situation where his toe was taped up illegally or something like that, it was like, oh, is there a toe injury for John Jones? It's going to maybe cue this to go the other way. And then Gagne was the one who looked like he had, I don't know if he was hurt or just what, he just had nothing, and then he tapped out like for no reason. Like he was in a choke. You know, I don't want to say it was not a deep, painful choke, because I do not want to be put in any type of chokehold by John Jones, but certainly did not look like the type of hold, the type of choke, didn't look like it was in tight, in synced up enough from what you've seen UFC in the past for that to be a submission. But, you know, I don't know, maybe he was hurt and knew he wasn't going to be able to survive the whole match. Maybe it was just one of those things where it was like John Jones had it in tighter or deeper in a certain position that just didn't look as bad as it actually didn't look that bad, but it really was. I don't know. That was crazy ending. Big return for John Jones. But I mean, the sad thing is, like, we still don't really know what he is at heavyweight. Everybody's like rushing to be like, oh, this is official now. John Jones is the GOAT. And I'm like, he got a soft tap out in like 2 minutes. If he went in there and just crushed the guy, dominated him, like was clearly better and like jumping up to a new weight class over a pretty good fighter and so gone, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Give him his flowers. He's the GOAT. He's pretty close. I mean, to me, GSP is still the GOAT. I've never seen a fighter that I've been as impressed with as GSP, you know. But, you know, I'm not an MMA expert. The MMA experts seem to think John Jones is the GOAT, so be it. Fun day. I do want to say there was a lot of negativity online about the Nashville SC performance. And, I mean, it wasn't great. I mean, it was a boring game. There wasn't a whole lot of chances. And I missed chunks of it due to the viewing situation at Lost Paddy. And then we kind of switched where we were going to watch UFC, so we didn't get there fast enough. So I was watching, like, most of the second half on my phone, but I also missed a chunk of that. So it's like I didn't exactly get to watch the whole game. So people may have seen more than I saw, but from what I saw, I mean, like, we did okay. Going to Red Bull New York is a tough place to play. I said in the preview, they're a team that likes to break up your attack, break up what you're trying to do at every turn of the field. They just spend 90 minutes just trying to destroy whatever it is that you're trying to do as a team. So to be in that situation, to face a team where that's their strategy without 4 starters, 2 of which who are probably your best playmakers on offense, no Mukhtar, no Leal, no Godoy. You could throw CJ Sapong in there, because I think he's probably still our first choice striker, most likely, if he gets to full fitness. I think the one that I think set people off that felt like it was like people going, this is Gary's MO, he hates attacking, was that Shuffleboard came off. But I could see why he would keep Muil on in that game. Probably, I don't know. I can kind of see his logic there because Muil could kind of counter press Red Bull New York and kind of do to Red Bull New York what they were trying to do to us, but I don't know. And there's definitely times in the game where I was worrying that we were seeing Dax McCarty's Gary Neville versus West Brom game, because there was definitely a few times that yellow card within the first 6 minutes he got where it looked like and maybe it's just his first start of the season, his first time being out there in full speed. I hope, because I really hope he's not just completely had his legs go the way Gary Neville did in that famous West Brom game. But there was definitely a few times where things just seemed to be going a lot faster than Dax expected him to go, or his body wasn't going as fast as he expected his body to go. So hopefully that was just a little worrying. He had, that incredible shot. Probably should have put it on frame. Probably should have made the keeper do something with it at one point in time. But it is what it is. Sitting on 4 points, getting a road draw at Red Bull New York, not the most exciting game in the world. But I mean, if you look around MLS, it's not like many teams are blowing the doors off everybody. I mean, Seattle's incredible right now. There's a few other teams that are, LAFC, but they're seem to not be able to stop anybody from scoring against them. So I don't know if that's the way you want to play, but definitely was an exciting game. There's no doubt about that, but I'm not ready to just go back on, Gary out, he played the most boring game ever, blah, 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 blah. But, I respect people who have that opinion, who have that take, because, everybody's entitled to want to see their team play well, to want see their team be successful. But to me, it's a long season. Going up to Red Bull New York early in the season with our system not clicking right because we don't have key players in, that's a result I take, because, coming into the season, we were kind of like, what's going to happen if Henny Mukhtar's hurt? What's going to happen if there's injuries in this team? Because I think that was the big question with the lack of incoming signings, was we know the players we have are, pretty solid, but there's not the depth we need there. There's not that next level of attack. There's not that next scorer to step in if Hanny's not available. And we've seen that through 2 games, what the team can do without Hanny, and they comfortably beat one New York team and, went in, didn't play the most beautiful soccer in the world, obviously, but got a decent result on the road in MLS. Getting results on the road in MLS is not an easy thing to do. So getting a point away from home, particularly against a team like Red Bull New York and their style of play, I think that's, would I have liked to see a more exciting, fun game? Obviously, but in the grand scheme of things, that's probably a good point to have. So it's a long season. There's plenty of games to come, including next Saturday, the Boys in Gold or Black, back home. Don't remember who we're playing off the top of my head, but I'll be there. I'll have a vlog. I'll have a game day experience, camera, video. What is happening? I can't talk anymore. It's too late. I've been out all day. It's late. I'm ready to crash. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Turn the bell on for notifications so you see any camera videos that I make in the future. I guess that's what I'm going to call these now. Are they vlogs anymore, or are they camera videos? Let me know in the description down below. What do you think is a better name for these videos? Keep watching. Keep giving thumbs up. Keep commenting. I love seeing the comments and, sharing. And especially these Nashville SC videos seem to get the most engagement. We get to talk about how fun the team was. I don't know that we'll talk that much about how fun the team was this week, just because it was a boring kind of lackluster performance. But it's always fun to interact in the comments. So thanks for being a part of the channel. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Come on, you boys in black. Can't wait to go to the game next week.